Good morning, it's Lorelei with Radiate Life with Lorelei, and I'm coming to you this morning because I wanted to just do this quick video. So I'm on the morning mom routine, getting kids off to high school, and I have a couple of minutes, so I wanted to come out this really cool, crisp, beautiful morning where the leaves still have their trees, a beautiful canopy. So I want to, this little series of videos is about, it's about my unique experience in how my loved ones come to me through spirit. Um, I'm just going to get into it because this happened yesterday, and I always try to do these right when they happen so that it's fresh. And what happened was, so here's the scenario, that I'll do a meditation, and one of the things that I have done throughout my life is figuring out what are my thoughts and my feelings and what are someone else's. We're all geared differently. We all have a different perspective. And I'll just say there's nothing wrong. There's nothing to be fixed. But that I'm just kind of hardwired into Mother Earth and the fields and emotions of people. And as a little kid, how it manifests is that I was like a truth and a lie detector. And most of the time it wasn't that anyone was trying to manipulate me by lying to me. It was more the parental things that people do. Like, I ask questions because I'm feeling the big feelings. I'm feeling things are coming up in the future and my parents aren't ready to talk about them. And I start asking about them and they start saying, oh no, that's not true. No, I don't think so. I don't know why you're asking that. And then a little while later, the big D word, the divorce, all these things happen. And it was going on. And it really made me question myself. I believed what the adults in my environment were telling me, and I wanted them to be honest with me. So anyway, I'll say that little caveat. That little caveat is we have to be strong to other people lying to us for whatever reason. There's a lot of reasons why they would do that, and none of that has anything to do with us. And the other thing is we have to make sure that we don't lie to ourselves. Now, the other thing is we have to accept the little lies we say to ourselves as well, because there's fear, there's unsafeness, there's something in there that is an illusion, that is density that gets caught up, and we'll have the courage to bring it forward. So this is why daily maintenance, before I do anything, before I ever get out of bed, my first class in metaphysics, we did affirmations, put it underneath our pillows. Every morning we woke up, read our affirmation, grabbed our notebook, said a prayer of gratitude, and started writing down whatever thoughts, feelings, images that came up, whether or not they were dreams. That was the goal, to have dreams so we could interpret them and really start that communication with our inner self and our higher self. With that said, with that kind of platform, then what happens is you go through that process of learning, okay, this is my thought, this is their thought. And yeah, the law of attraction says, like, if I have a weakness or I have a thought, whatever it happens to be, is going to attract that to it. If I have a fear is just a picture of something happening but I don't want, but it's still an outpouring of a picture that could draw that situation to me, right? I just kind of high level here. So anyway, I just want to kind of give all of that because whenever I do any kind of spiritual work, I've learned to be dedicated to my platform so I can be connected to me. Why? Well, because sometimes my kids or my animals, myself, I put myself third there, need assistance. And if I didn't align myself in the morning and stay in that place, then I might be, out of alignment. I might be in my personality of craziness and fearfulness. I might be, all these different aspects rather than being the center, being the pillar of light, being the eye in the center of the storm. So knowing when you're in your center is really important. So yesterday, and I got to go because I got to take my kids to school, but I want to say that it's happened over and over again. What's happened? I have so many really loving friends, spiritual friends, healers, teachers. There was 27 at last count, that I have been with in this life, right? Not even energetically in life, but they're on the other side. And there's this bridge. There's this, my pillar of light creates this bridge that connects with their pillar of light, and they can come in through the crown and the brow and the throat and the heart, and we create this space together. Now, I didn't know I was doing that. I just was asking for help, and I was remembering my friends, and I was thinking about the qualities they brought to this world, and how can I live those qualities. And I dedicated time and attention to healing animals, because that was a connection with my best friend, right? And what happened is, like, people will kind of show up in my energy. Now, I don't ever want to be a medium. I don't ever put myself out there and say that I do mediumship. I have a few close friends that when we get together or we do sessions, we'll pick up on each other's loved ones and we'll share that. But I don't put that out there. Like, I don't want to be open to all kinds of energy. I do healing work. I do clearing work. I go in and I bring light to scary places. I know this is real. So the most important thing is to empower people individually. And I know how real that is, and I know how it can be a trap where you can be fascinated by, believe it or not, that kind of darkness, right? It becomes an addiction. It's really horrible. But I mean, it happens. Not that the people are horrible. It's just, it's a circumstance. It's a pattern. It's a dimension that we can pull back from, that we can no longer have an interest in, that we can disconnect from, that we can be in our center, and then it's no longer on our radar. So I'll just say quickly, now I'm at 6 minutes, 7 minutes, that I was doing some internal writing and allowing that beautiful messages and flow to come through me. And I stay in a very sacred space, and I don't go out because that's how I feel, doing a lot of things during this time that as I'm incubating a seed idea, and this is an idea for putting some things together for a book. So what happened was, I was writing and I felt this energy with me. I had a very difficult conversation with a local humane society, and I have 23 years of rescue experience. I've been healing animals probably many lifetimes. However, since I was a little girl, I healed them with my heart. I healed them with Reiki. I healed them through EFT. I healed them through animal Reiki, right? So connecting us all together so they have the healing pool of energy is how I would say it now. But yesterday something happened, and I was having this challenging conversation with somebody, and they came at me. They came at me like for really no reason, right? I'm sure they felt they had a reason, and so they came at me, and I'm like in my sacred place, but I'm still a person. They're still a person, and I'm like, you know what? This is not okay. This is not okay for someone to attack someone who's trying to volunteer. Basically, they were like, we don't need volunteers. We don't have any room. I'm like, do you have a waiting list? This is my child. I mean, I'm an adult. You know, I have a teenager who wants to do healing work with animals because they've done healing work their whole life, but they want to volunteer. They want to clean. They want to feed. They want to do those things to care for the animals. And they're like, no, we don't have any need for you. And I'm like, you don't have a waiting list. You don't have anything we can do. I was just like, you know, that's not a great response. I have a lot of volunteer expertise. I've done everything. And I'm like, well, that's not really the way we want to handle people. But she called me and came at me and was like, blah, we have nothing. You are nothing. I'm like, breathing through, did my exercises, but I felt something with me that day. I felt this inner friend, like having the best friend behind you, like a really beautiful animal energy. And so when that person came at me, I did say, hey, you know what? Please stop. Just please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Like, just like that, like, please stop. Not at them. I am not available to you. I hear you. These are my words. Please stop. And then I said, something, and she started talking over me, and I said, please don't talk over me. You asked me a question, and here's my answer. I'm almost done. Please don't interrupt me. And I could tell, you know, when someone has just something to say and they don't have a lot of, it happens. You don't have mental control, right? You don't have emotional control. Something in this triggered her, and it happens quite a bit. And I'm like, I'm not taking this personally, but I am going to create this beautiful healing place for her. I'm going to send these beautiful energy. I'm going to include her in that energy. I'm not going to let her have access to me and my energy and how I'm feeling about myself, but I am this day in this place. I have this kind of create this container, and she stopped. And I stopped talking, then she started talking. And I don't even know really what she said, but it was just more defensiveness, and totally not my intention to make her feel bad. I was not responsible for that, but I could sit there in that moment. I'm like, yeah, I looked at my watch. I go, I got about 5 minutes for this. So I let her go, and I just transformed all that energy, because the volunteers need help and volunteers need support. And sometimes people just need to retire. Sometimes they just need to let it go. And volunteers need to be empowered. They need to be a part of the process. They need to be heard, even if it's free. It's really important that everyone be connected, because they're the eyes and the ears and the hands and the hearts that touch the people in the community. And you want all those things working together, or whatever. So that's kind of what happened. So then when she was done, and she's like, do you have anything else to say? I'm like, no, I'm good. And so we hung up, sent her on her way. But when I was doing the Reiki and the energy, I'm always calling for help. I'm always calling for assistance. So something happened. And it's only that thing that you will know. And if you tell someone else, they're like, oh, they may not get it. If they don't get it, they haven't had an experience of it. It's okay. They don't understand. I know the phrase throwing. This is my hi, little blue jay. Yeah. See? Sometimes people just are loud. Hi, little blue jay. He's on my deck. Hi, little blue jay. Yeah, he's pretty cute. So anyway, sometimes you look at the animal kingdom. Blue jay shows up for us on this video, and one of the things that when we go out bird watching is the oh, here's a little woodpecker too. The blue jays are really loud, right? They are vocal. So sometimes people are vocal, but the message, it just falls and isn't something that's really important. So sometimes that's it. People in your environment are more extroverted and you're introverted. I'm going to have to go on this, but I just wanted to say those, something to think about, something to be aware of. The more that you keep your mind and your emotions and your body clear, the more clarity, of course, the more clarity you have. Like, this is mine, this is not mine. Sort it into piles, and then reach into the piles that you want. And don't ever just reach into somebody's energy. I know sometimes in Reiki training and other kinds of energetic training, you never want to do that. Even if you're doing like a cold reading for somebody, you always do your inner work. You create a sacred space. You create an interaction between you and the other person. It's like drawing a circle, which is you, and a circle, which is them, and then there's a little intersection. And as soon as you're done, you pull back your energy, and they can pull back theirs. You don't pull theirs out. But whatever commonality that energy was there, you can transform that. You can say a prayer. You can use sage. You can say thank you for your help, and then be on your way. And you cut the cords and send it. Okay, I love you. More later.